Hi guys, so in this video I'm going to have a demonstration on how to create a simple Flutter project where we have a button that will navigate to the second page, and then another button that will navigate to the previous page. So first things first, we're going to open our IDE, and then in our terminal we're going to create a project. So let's Alright, so this is our my app Flutter project now. So I apologize for that one. So it didn't. The window is mistakenly. The window has some errors. So now this is our what do you call this one? My app Flutter project, where we're going to make the project where we're going to make a buttons uh, that will navigate to the second page, and another button from the second page that will navigate back. And then I just made here, we're just going to focus here again in the library. We have here main, which we're going to edit later, and then I add two another files, which is the first page and then the second page. First we're going to do is we're going to import the material.dart. So the material.dart is what brings in the Flutter's material design widgets, which is the buttons, the app bars, and the scaffolds, which is very important in our, what do you call this one, video today. So we're just going to import a package. Now we're going to create a class. First page extends to the stateless. Oh, my bad. I think we're going to need to edit the main first. Okay, just a second. So a quick explanation, guys. So we import here a material.dart. So what this does is it brings the Flutter's material design widgets like the scaffold, the app bar, the call this one the buttons, which is very important in our demo right now. And then we import another Dart file, which is the first page, because we're going to use that as our first what do you call this one, first page to be shown. And then in this line here, it just this one is our starting point, so this runs every Dart program. And then in the run app, this just tells Flutter to start the app, and then display the widget that we pass here on our my app. And then in our my app, we extend it to stateless widgets, which just tells that my app is a stateless widgets, and it means that it doesn't hold any, call this one, changing data. And then in our build of our stateless widgets, we return the material app. The material app sets us a features like the navigation and then the themes in Flutter. Then we have here home, which just sets up that the first page to be shown is this one, this class here, the first page, which is located here in a first page file. Now just gonna continue. I'm just going to continue the code here. So another explanation, guys. Again, we imported the material dart and then the second page because we're going to use that to navigate when the button is clicked. And then we use here the scaffold. So the scaffold basically gives the basic app layout in a Flutter. And then we have under the scaffold we have the app bar. The app bar is located at the very top of the, what do you call this one, of the display. And then we set it up a text um which basically said first page, and then in a body which is the center of the, what do you call this one, of the display, we centered elevated button. So this is a clickable button, and then I just styled here a padding of it, and then set it up a text that says click me, and then its function on press, which is Navigator.push. This is the important part. So when our button is clicked, or what do you call it, if our button is pressed, it's going uh to call this one, it's going to trigger this Navigator.push, which basically reroute us to the second page. And then using this material page route, this builds the new page, which in our case our second page. So moving on, we're just gonna do the same in the second page. So if you wouldn't mind, I'll just copy and paste this code in the second page. Okay guys, so I just copy and pasted the code here in our first page because I aim to have a, they call this one, the same design or the same display in the second page for consistency. But we're going to change here, instead of navigation dot push, we're going to change it to pop. And we're not gonna we're not gonna navigate to anywhere because our goal is to go back to our previous page. So yeah, now let's try to run this one. Alright, so let's try to run it. So just type Flutter run and gonna run it in Chrome. Alright, so I'm just going to refresh my OBS, guys, because the Chrome is not showing, so please bear with me for a moment. Alright, so there guys, this is the result. So this is what I mentioned earlier, the app bar. We name it first page, second page. So we have here the first page, which indicates that this is our first page. And using that, what do you call this one? Wait. Using this code in here, where we define that our home is the first page. So when we try to run this code, it's going to display the first page. Now, and we have here in the center a button with the click me text. What we expect here, if we click this button, it's gonna navigate to the second page. Okay, perfect. Now we're in the second page. Now if we click here, we gonna navigate back to the first page. Okay, perfect. So that is how you make a button, simple navigation in Flutter. So before I conclude this video, I just like to say some key takeaways. Yeah, so the Material app is what gives our app the starting page, or what sets the starting page of our app. And then the scaffold, very important because it gives structure uh, in our app using the app bar and then the body, and then the button, and then its main function, the Navigator.push, which helps us to navigate to another page, and then the Navigator.pop, which help us return to the original page. So that is all for this video. Thank you very much.